All right, what's going on, guys? Today's video is going to be a little bit different than what I normally do. So today, I'm just going to be looking at some of these comments that were made on one of my previous posts. A video I posted 2 days ago, just about how I became addicted to Summoner's War. It was just supposed to be like a fun little, story time lore video for, some of you guys that are interested in that stuff. But yeah, if we scroll down here to the comment section, we have our normal comments here, and then we get to the bottom here, and as you can see, there was 13 replies onto this comment here, and basically I just want to go over it because I think it's worth covering this way rather than replying. Because here, I'll just click on this real fast to show you. There's like a lot of paragraphs here, a lot of stuff to read, a lot of stuff to analyze, whatever. But yeah, I'm just going to try to go through this real quick and just give my live reactions and opinions on what is being said here. So it started off with this guy, Potato, and he says, bro, Summoner's War won't ever be in the league of Genshin, COC, which is Clash of Clans, or LOL, which is League of Legends. But Summoner's War has been around since the Hello Hero days. I have no idea what the hell that is, and is still alive and strong until now. ... Okay, so first of all, I'm not going to argue that Summoner's War is bigger than any of those three games that he mentioned. I mean, it's just a fact those games are bigger, but who cares? Like, they're also completely different genres. They're not turn-based combat games. Like, we're here because we like turn-based combat games. So I don't really know what the point of this comment was, to be honest. It's a really random comment, but clearly it got a lot of people stirred up, and that's why there's so many replies here. So we'll see what people reply to that comment with. The one under it says, all of those are more friendly towards the player. I'll say Summoner's War, you generally have no idea what to do without a Discord guide. And since the blessing is so important, it should stay for 2 months. But it's whatever, definitely a masterpiece of a game. It just still has its flaws. Now, I agree and I disagree with this comment. Yeah, so I don't think you need a Discord guide to be able to get through the game nowadays. I think with the Summoner's Way updates and a lot of stuff that they give for new players, it's much easier to get into now than it used to be. And yeah, you really don't need a guide. They definitely help. And if you're a little bit confused about certain things, or if you've never played a game like this before, then sure, maybe you'll need a guide. But I think for the most part, that's not really a necessary thing to have. But then he also ends it off with saying that it's a masterpiece of a game. It just still has its flaws, and that's very true. Like, being a masterpiece, though, is very subjective. It's like art. Some people call a certain piece of art a masterpiece, even though to somebody else, it's not. So it's really hard to say. It just depends on what your opinion is. But yeah, for sure, it definitely has its flaws. Like, I will not argue that. It has many flaws. But then the next comment is, then it's not a masterpiece, LOL, and it has huge flaws and no respect towards customers. Disgusting. That's why it's dying. This person's clearly really mad and got screwed over through Summoner's War's, luck. All the luck that's in the game. I don't know. Maybe he got like violent procced on a couple times, or I don't know. But anyway, he's saying that it's not a masterpiece. Like I just said, it's a subjective thing. This person here is not calling the game perfect. He's saying it's a masterpiece in his eyes. There's a big difference. If he was calling the game perfect, and then this guy said, no, it's not perfect, then that would make sense, right? It's not perfect. It has its flaws, but it can still be a masterpiece. And he's saying that has no respect towards customers. Well, they do make changes. They do occasionally make changes that people want. It's a mobile game that's a free-to-play mobile game. So it's respecting its customers by giving you a free game to play, all right? And then it's up to you if you really want to keep playing the game, if you want to put money into it, that's on you. That's not the company's fault. And I'm not here trying to like defend their company, saying that they're like the best company ever. I constantly talk shit about this company, okay? But I don't know. I just think that argument's dumb. Like, it's no respect towards the customers. Yes, they want your money. Like, what do you think they're doing? You think that they're just making a free game just to put out a free game? No, they're trying to make their money back. They need to be able to pay their employees. There's a lot that goes into it. And to say that it's dying Is it dying? I don't think it's dying. I think it's just kind of stagnant. It's always been that way. It just kind of has a consistent player base. It goes up and down depending on collaborations that come out, and different updates that they make will make players start playing more in those certain days that those drop. And here's some proof right here. I'll go over to the live player count. I was looking at this before I started recording, and as you can see, it's basically almost a straight line. Like, it's got its little dips or whatever. This is the past 7 days, 77,000 players. That was yesterday's number. If you go 30 days, it's about the same, basically a straight line. 180 days, a little bit rocky, but like, it's because it's going up. Like, here's 80,000 up to 84,000. And then you go back 360 days, hit a peak of 100,000. Then it went back down to its normal like 70,000 range, 80,000. So it's not a dying game by any means. It's doing perfectly fine. It's retaining its player base. Yeah. So that is just wrong. It's a wrong statement. You can say that it's not doing as well as these other games. Like, if you go back up to the top comment, if we were to look at League of Legends and Genshin and Clash of Clans, their numbers are crazy, but they've always been like that. They're just they're bigger games. So, and like I said, they're all different genres. Like, this is a certain genre, and we like this specific genre of games. And yeah. All right, now moving on to the comment underneath. This person says 600 mystical scrolls, no nat 5s. Let that sink in and tell me again this game is not trash. It's luck. It's literally luck. Like, some people can summon 10 scrolls and get 10 nat 5s out of it, whereas some people will have to summon thousands of scrolls before they get their first nat 5. That's just the way luck works. Percentages work. Every time you click that summon button, it's just, you're relying on that chance for it to land on that, small percentage to give you the nat 5. That's all that is. They even give you free nat 5s now, just for playing through the Summoner's Way. You get a free nat 5. So if you think it's trash, then that's your opinion, but that's how it is. Free mobile game, by the way. Free mobile game. All right, and then the comment underneath of it says 2,000 mystical scrolls here. That's when I quit. That's just scamming at that point. Once again, you just got unlucky. Also, you don't need to summon nat 5s to be good at this game. Like, that's where a lot of people get stuck. Like, I get that that might be the thing that sucked you into the game, is to hopefully be able to get as many nat 5s as possible, but you don't need it to be good at the game. And yeah, that's just really bad luck. That normally does not happen. If you summon 2,000 mystical scrolls, you will normally get something. Probably 2 to 3, maybe even 4 to 5 nat 5s from that. You just got extremely unlucky, and now you're projecting onto everybody else because you got unlucky. That's not my problem. That's not anybody's problem here. So, also, I want to say this. There's a lot of people that are commenting on this, commenting negative things. I'm not stupid, but I also don't have proof. This has happened before, where it was like a string of negative replies. And I understand that this is probably 1, maybe 2 people that are just creating fake burner accounts and just commenting negative things, which is fine. Like I said, I don't have proof of it, but I'm pretty sure that's what's going on here. Anyway, let's move on to the next one. Back to Anishan here. He says, every masterpiece has its flaws. That's what I was saying before. This is one of the best turn-based mobile games. And I was also saying that. This is one of the best at what it does. Like, a fair comparison would be to look at the player count of something that's similar, something that's a turn-based style game. So if we look up like something like Raid Shadow Legends, that's a fair comparison. Player auction. All right, so I'm on a separate website here to look at the player count of Raid Shadow Legends. And as you can see here, it's actually, according to this, doing better than Summoner's War. I don't know how accurate this website is compared to the other one that I was on. I was on player auctions up here, and yeah, active player over here. So, but just based off of this, you could make this argument. This would be a better argument, saying that Raid Shadow Legends is doing better than Summoner's War. It's a much better argument. But you're talking about games that have nothing to do with Summoner's War. Yes, you can say that their mobile game's doing better, but this is a specific type of mobile game in a specific genre. And most of the people playing this game don't give a shit if you think those other games are better. We just don't. Like, we're choosing to play a certain type of game. So if you're going to make a comparison, It's better to make a comparison with something that is similar. All right. And then he says, I'm sorry, what? So the game's trash because you didn't get lucky? You're playing a damn gotcha game. And there's still free to play units that are still broken. It's not trash because you got unlucky. That's not how games work. Exactly. This guy gets it here. These people are projecting their bad luck onto everybody else. Just because they got unlucky, they feel like everybody else should also hate the game with them. We didn't all get unlucky, all right? It's not the way it works. And if you were to open up another 2,000 mystical scrolls, I guarantee you get something good from it. And who knows if you're even telling the truth with this. You probably did get a Nat 5, you just didn't like the Nat 5 you got, so you're counting it as you got scammed. Who knows? Who actually knows? And then Mark says, it's not how this trash game works. Other or better games have compensation system, which is a must-have. Here you can't even unsummon and get something back after they killed many 6-star farming and 2A units. It's a trash game. Used to be good, move on. Used to be good and move on. It's never had the compensation system. So to say it used to be good is saying that it was good without the compensation system. So you're already contradicting what you just said. On top of that, I actually do agree with you partially. I do think that it should have a compensation system, but it shouldn't be like it guarantees you a Nat 5. That shouldn't be the compensation system, because then it devalues what a Nat 5 is. I think that maybe they should have something where you get lightning after a certain amount of scrolls without lightning, where it would most likely or more than likely give you a 4-star unit rather than a 5-star. But they should have something like that in the game. So I do agree with that, but you also contradicted yourself here, and that doesn't make it a trash game. And then a Nishan says, you can still farm 6 stars. We literally have a JJK event right now that gives 50 uncommon scrolls. A lot of gacha games don't have pity. That doesn't make a gacha game good. Having a pity in this game is fundamentally damaging for the game and a punch in the face for people who have been grinding mystical scrolls and legendaries for ages just to get an F5. It seems to me you're only mad you didn't get anything good, and your other complaints are shit, as 2A units are still fucking good and used in TOA. 2A, normal, hard, siege, TA. Yep, agree with all of that. I think you are spot on with all of this right here. Like, it doesn't make the game good having the compensation in there, and it would destroy the game. It really would destroy the game. Because a lot of the whales would be like, well, not just whales, but like people that have been playing the game for a long time would feel like, you know, why am I going to keep playing this game if they're going to make updates where my hard work doesn't matter? That's how most games die. It's like the only reason we're sticking around for so long is because we feel like our time and effort from however long we've been playing actually matters. And we don't get mad just because we didn't get lucky in that time. Like, I don't know, man. If you get it, you get it, I guess. I don't know. These guys they just don't get it, or they're just so mad at the game. They feel like the game is out to get them that they have to project it on everybody else and try to make sure nobody else plays the game. I don't know. It's stupid. And he says, you can still... Sorry, he repeated himself here. Must have done that by accident, but it's whatever.
Please excuse his poor reading skills here. Some of the text was off and was making it hard for his small brain to understand what was being said.
Then Black Suns says, take your participation trophy. Everybody's a winner attitude, and fuck right off then. LOL. The reason Summers is great is due to the non-pity system. I'm not sure who he's talking at here, but it is the most fair, unfair game. Boo-hoo, you played slots and lost. Go try to cry to a casino about compensation. Everything you need to succeed in the game can be obtained free. Everyone started from the same place. You either pay time or you pay money. You will be much more forgiving to the game and yourself if you play with only time. If you decide to do everything, there is a lot to do, and it can all be done free every day, even all day. Summer's Wars is following the curve of all games in that over time the player base drops. This does not mean Summoner's War is dead. It is far from it. There is a reason why everyone wants to be good at this game and have the trophies. It is the daddy, and it is just as much the reason why people like some of these commenters get butthurt over. The staying power of Summoner's War compared to other gacha games is a testament to what it is. Do not get it twisted. And I think a lot of what he said here is right. yeah, a lot of us like this game because we feel like I'm just repeating myself, like we feel like the time and effort that we put into it is being saved. Like it's the second you make it so everything we have loses its value is the second that you lose majority of the player base. And there's no significant drop off in Summoners War to say that it's a dying game. It might have died to you because you stopped playing, because you got unlucky, and now you're in my comments for whatever reason on a random video just talking crap about it. Like, what's the deal with that? You're still promoting Summoners War just by being on any Summoners War channel and talking about it. My videos getting out to more people. Like, I'll take the comments, but it's worth talking about because I know that there's people like this that are just so, like, butthurt that they got unlucky in a game that's designed to make you get unlucky at times, and they're projecting. And then his reply to that is cry more, kid. So that's what we're dealing with here. Cry more, kid. It's, yeah, fantastic comeback. You guys actually can't see this, can you? That was his reply. Let me see if I can move my face cam here. Yeah, cry more, kid is his reply. It's the level we're dealing with. Then the next comment is, buddy, the majority of stuff they did in recent years was damaging the game more than it would if they fixed their biggest mistake of killing many units and making us waste resources and not being able to get anything in return. But you're forced to wait for potential buff/fix in the future. They suck. It ain't a discussion. It's definitely a discussion. There's a reason people are still playing it. And they definitely fixed a lot of stuff that was beneficial. Was there some stuff that they fixed that was damaging to the game? Of course. They're not perfect, and I complain about things all the time, and there's things that they still should fix that I complain about in a lot of my streams. But also, balancing in a game like this isn't simple. Like, there's a million things you have to worry about once you balance and nerf a unit. You have to worry if it's going to be to the point where it's nerfed and nobody can use it anywhere, or if you're going to buff it and then it's too good in too many scenarios, and then also in PvE content, because those units are also used in PvE, like in TOA on certain stages. If you're going to make a stage too broken and too hard and difficult for newer players to be able to beat, like, there's a million things you have to think about. So buffing and fixing units and stuff like that isn't as easy as you may think it is. Like, you actually have to try to see it from their perspective rather than just think, oh yeah, you just fix it and that'll fix the game. Like, you really don't think that they know. Anyway, last comment here says, you sound super bitter. That's what balancing is for. It's for fixing broken units. Those 2,000 mysticals must have broken your brain flow. Just a little jab there, but I think that one got him. I think that one knocked him out. There was no more comments afterwards. So yeah, just thought I would address that. That's what's been going on in my comments. I've been getting a lot of those messages, so I thought rather than just reply, I would react to that. There was also another comment here, and I think I missed it. And they were saying that I was deleting their comments. Just to let you know, I didn't delete anybody's comments. I actually just started reading these before I made this video. And I saw your message saying that I deleted your comments and you were calling me like a fairy or whatever. I don't delete comments. If it was an inappropriate comment, then it got auto-deleted by YouTube. So that's literally on you. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Just wanted to address that. And also, I wanted to show you guys that it actually takes skill to summon something good in this game. And I'll show you what I mean real quick. I'll summon a quick Nat 5 for you, since you think it's all luck.
It's hard being a slick head. But it's real being a slick head.